Okay, let's be honest. Most of us, when we're starting out, we see packaging as just a cost, right? It's something you order in bulk, slap a logo on, and get it out the door. But what if I told you that box, that simple container, could actually be one of the most powerful, most protectable assets you have? Seriously, an asset that can build a defensive moat around your entire business. So let's break that down.
So I'm going to ask you point blank. Right now, is your packaging just a box? Is it really nothing more than a container to get your product from point A to point B? Think about it for a second.
Because if the answer is yes, well, you're leaving a massive opportunity on the table. We're talking about an opportunity that could protect your product, your brand, and yeah, even your company's valuation in the long run.
So, this is the first big shift we need to make. It's all about changing our perspective. It's time to stop thinking of packaging as a line item on a spreadsheet, a cost center, and start seeing it for what it truly is, a strategic asset.
And you can see that shift right here. The old way of thinking, that's the left side. It's just a shipping container, an afterthought, a pure cost. But the new mindset, that's on the right. It's a strategic asset. Why? Because it's the very first part of the user experience. It's a physical piece of your brand's story, and it's a huge part of the value you're actually delivering.
And here's the real payoff of making that mental shift. See, great packaging, quietly, almost subconsciously, builds trust with your customer. It signals quality before they've even touched the product itself. And when that whole experience feels intentional, guess what happens? They're way less likely to return stuff and way more likely to buy from you again. Oh, and bonus, it also reduces product damage and shipping, which saves you a ton of money on refunds.
Okay, so that brings us to the moment of truth, the unboxing experience. I want you to think of this as your brand's very first physical handshake with your customer. It is the literal bridge between the slick, digital promise you made on your website and the physical reality they are now holding in their hands.
And this quote just nails it. A clean, thoughtful unboxing, it sends a powerful message. It tells your customer, hey, we care about the details. We thought this through. That sets such a positive tone right from the start. And that confidence, it carries right over to how they feel about the actual product.
So how do you actually design a great unboxing? Well, it really boils down to 4 key things. First, the clean open. The lid should just glide off. No struggle. Second, the guided reveal. An insert or a layout that presents the product like it's a work of art. Third, the stable fit. Nothing should be rattling around in there, it feels secure. And finally, and this one is so important, the first interaction. There has to be a clear, obvious way to get the product out without feeling like you're going to break it. It should never ever require force.
And then you've got the sensory details. Man, these are the little things that just scream premium. Think about the texture. Is it a cheap, glossy finish or a nice, soft-touch surface? What about the weight? Does it feel flimsy or does it have a reassuring heft to it? Even the sound of the lid opening cleanly. These tiny, tiny choices completely shape what your customer believes about the quality of what's inside.
Okay, so when you get all these little details right, something amazing happens. Your packaging stops being a cost and it becomes a silent sales tool. It's out there, actively working for your business long after that credit card has been swiped.
And we're talking about real tangible value here. A killer unboxing experience, that's the kind of thing people love to share on social media. Free marketing. It also builds confidence and makes the product intuitive, which means way fewer support tickets from confused customers. And like we said before, it just makes people want to come back and buy from you again. It all adds up. But really, at the end of the day, it's about this. Your packaging becomes the final piece of validation for the customer. It's that critical moment when they open the box and there's just this feeling of, yes, I absolutely made the right choice buying from this brand. All right, now let's take this whole idea a step further. Because we're not just talking about creating a nice moment for the customer anymore. We're talking about building a durable, long-term competitive advantage. We're talking about building a design moat. I mean, think about it. In almost any market today, features are so easy to copy. Your competitor can release a new feature, and someone else can have a version of it out in a few months. But a truly unique and memorable experience, the feel, the flow, the unboxing ceremony, man, that is so much harder for anyone else to just clone. And that's exactly what a design moat is. It's a unique combination of the structure, the materials, and that unboxing flow that becomes totally intertwined with your brand. It's a layer of differentiation that doesn't just protect the product, it protects your whole business.
Okay, and this is where we get to the most powerful part of this whole strategy, taking that design moat you've built and turning it into legally protected intellectual property.
You know, so many founders have no idea this is even possible, but you can absolutely protect these things. We're talking about getting legal protection for unique shapes, for custom opening and closing mechanisms, for those signature internal trays, even for a specific series of folds or a combination of textures. These stop being just design choices, and they become actual protectable assets.
And the impact on your business? It's huge. Just look at the difference. Without protection, what happens? Competitors copy your experience, and it becomes a race to the bottom on price. With protection, you can defend your premium positioning. Your brand identity stays unique and memorable, not easily imitated. And for anyone looking to raise money, this is crucial. It adds real, tangible IP asset value to your company's balance sheet.
So the natural question is, okay, when should you do this? And the answer is probably a lot earlier than you think. You want to start the process as soon as the main visual structure and key elements are locked in. This is before you've even started full-scale manufacturing. And it's absolutely essential to do it before your public launch. Why? Because it secures your rights and stops a copycat from beating you to the punch.
Let me be super clear about this. Investors love defensibility. It's one of the main things they look for. So when you can walk into a pitch and show them that your unique, best-in-class customer experience is legally protected, that proves you're not just thinking about a product. You're thinking strategically about building a long-term, defensible business. It is a massive signal of strength.
So it really all comes down to this one thing. A single, strategic choice you have to make. Are you going to keep treating your packaging as a throwaway cost, or are you going to start treating it as a core, protectable asset? Because that one little shift in thinking, it can literally help protect your entire business.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to think about. Go look at your product's packaging right now, today. What story is it telling your customers about your brand? And more importantly, is that the story you actually want to be telling?